You know who I was thinking about the other day, James?
Who was that?
Taylor Swift.
Oh, okay. I was curious where this is going.
I was giving Taylor Swift some of my thoughts because, you know, you and I, she kind of came up when we were like teenagers, I assume, right? It's like about teenagers, maybe almost a pre-teenage. Like, she's been around for a while, is what I'm getting at. And it kind of just seems like in the past year or so, if you didn't know about Taylor Swift before, you would think she's just coming onto the scene, right? Because like she's blown up, she's doing like the Eras tour, like a 3-hour show. She's like selling all these like CDs and all her merchandise. I think she's got a new version of a song coming out like every other week now. At this point, it's almost nauseating. A lot of people are just really tired of it, to be honest.
A lot of people are, and a lot of people are not. It seems like. And
I was really thinking, like, why is it that she's like blowing up again? Like, why is she blowing up? Like, she's just now back on the music scene or whatever. And I came up with this conclusion, James.
Oh boy, I'm worried.
I think, this is my conspiracy theory, I think all the white people got together and they were like, hey, you know, Beyonce's pretty popular. We need our own Beyonce. And therefore they all elected for Taylor Swift to be our Beyonce. And I just gotta say, James, as a member of the black community by marriage.
Okay, I like that. I like how you did that. I like how you did that.
I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like it's taking things away from Beyonce, you know?
Well, I mean, has it always been Taylor Swift? Well, I mean, like before that, in the 90s, was
well, no, because you had Madonna before.
Or Barbra Streisand.
Barbra Streisand?
Yeah.
Do you think she was on, like, Beyonce level?
I don't think she was on Beyonce. Maybe, you know what? Celine Dion.
Celine Dion. Yeah,
you know, she's
Celine
Canadian.
Dion. Madonna. Who's somebody else? Britney Spears, I suppose.
Britney Spears.
Point. Yeah, you're right. You know, Selena in the Mexican community. Selena's a big one. Selena's still a big one. There hasn't been another Selena.
You did, yeah. So I guess Taylor Swift kind of is that to the comp to Beyonce.
Yeah, but so I'll tell you, I told this crazy conspiracy theory to Khadidra, and she responded with, "No, I think the kids who liked her when they were kids just grew up and have adult money, and now they can afford these tickets," which is the more logical response, right? Like
probably, yeah.
Yeah, you like something when you're a teenager, but you're not making your own money. So you can't really go to Taylor Swift shows, or you can't go to like whatever you want. And then when you start making adult money, guess what? When Taylor Swift comes around with her concerts, you spend your money on that. Same thing that's happening with anime. If you look at anime,
yeah, without a doubt,
it's exploding. Like it's in sporting events. The Las Vegas like Sphere they opened up just did a big One Piece thing. The first anime thing to be put on that Sphere was One Piece. You got football players who are wearing like Pokemon merch and Naruto merch.
And I remember back in the day, man, anime, you were either
underground
a nerd,
stuff.
You were either a nerd or gay if you liked anime.
Damn.
If you liked anime. Oh yeah, it was bad, man. Especially in the black community. Yeah, you was either a nerd or gay. And yeah, now it's took it off. So it's merchandising is the top seller.
Yeah. But, you know, again, I think that kind of goes to what Khadidra said about Taylor Swift. I think, you know, all these kids that grew up with this stuff are now adults. They have adult money. Also, some of them are entering these, like, sports. And they're entering. I don't know why I'm saying that.
Yeah, Taylor Swift's gotten the sports now.
Yeah, but, like, they're.
Travis Kelce.
All these fans are entering those workforces and those mediums as well. So it's you bring what you love with you. And so it is interesting to kind of see, I guess, like the booming of this stuff. But because I was just thinking about it like over the weekend, I was like, why is Taylor Swift like exploding all of a sudden? She's been around forever.
Did you see her on something?
She's everywhere, James. I can't get away from her.
I'm like, that's a random ass thing to think about on the weekend. On the weekend now. It's like, you must have saw her on something.
I was just driving around.
Oh, you must have heard a song that popped up. Like,
probably,
Taylor
or
Swift.
like a clip. I don't know.
Yeah, a clip or something.
Something happened, but.
That's funny.
Yeah. Also, too, I have to tell you, I've been waiting to use that member of the black community by marriage.
Oh, that's perfect, man.
I have been holding on to that
you should.
for like 50 episodes.
You should.
I have been waiting for the right moment to use it.
I love it. You already in there.
I was wanting to get your reaction on that so bad. I thought about it and I was like, oh, that's good. I have to wait for a good time to use that.
That was funny, man.
And finally I found it. I was like, yes.
I hate that you found it at the expense of Taylor Swift.
I almost used it on the Friday episode, but I said, no, I got to hold it.
You used it at the expense of Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift, like, what I do to get this? What I do to get some of this? I'll tell you what. Taylor Swift music is obviously not for me, but I respect the way she's gone about her business.
Yeah.
You know, her and Beyonce.
Oh, she's very business minded for sure. Like if you see the amount of stuff she's posting or dropping, like the albums and the vinyls and the all kinds of stuff. Like so many people are really kind of annoyed about it because they're like, if you watch the billboards enough, like another woman will come in and she'll top Taylor Swift, right? She'll get like number 1 or number 2 or whatever, and then the next week Taylor Swift is dropping like a new CD with a new variant of a song, and so. She's almost like predatorial in a way, I guess, with how she's staying so relevant. And it might not be exactly her. It could be her label that she's on. But then again, I think she's more independent now because that was also part of the big resurgence was she has the rights to her own music again.
Yeah, that dude that tried to take her music and stuff like that. No, yeah, you're right.
So
right, but no, yeah, that was a good little mini topic.
Yeah,
because I did not see that coming.
No, I was just something to open the show with, James. I don't know what to tell you.
I did not see that coming. Taylor Swift on the On the Go podcast. I never would have thought about
Taylor Swift on the go. That's.
I tell everybody, you American friends now. You laugh so much.
Well, James, I think you have something to tell me about this Elsa Gate that you rediscovered, you discovered.
Yeah, if you could pull it up, it's basically it's a YouTube show where you have all these different, it's aimed at kids.
Yeah, it's allegedly. It's a very weird thing because it's been around forever at this point. It's been around for a while, and yeah, you're right. It's like. I don't know, this girl's dressed as Elsa, you got a Spider-Man character, but then like Spider-Man's pregnant. They do a lot of weird...
a lot of adult situations.
A lot of weird things on it. And now, have you just discovered this or...
Well, I've always seen it. I just never really just tapped into it.
Right.
It's like, it's not for me.
Right.
I
don't think it's really for anybody, honestly. I don't know who it's
technically
for.
it's not really for anybody. That's what I'm getting to. You know, it's not really for anybody. And I don't know if my niece watches that stuff. I think she just watches like a lot of music and stuff like that. She's about to start high school. I don't think she even watched this stuff when she was younger. But the point is, no one should be watching this stuff, and it's disguised to make you think that it's a friendly channel, and that's what's going on. It's just, and you see that a lot of times on these YouTube shows, whether it be movies that they have like an independent label, and then you click the button. Yeah. And it's the movie that you actually wanted to see.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what this is. You got pregnancy, you got teen pregnancy going on, which was something you should not be remotely even talking about.
Right.
And you just have to be careful because it peaks at different psyches of these kids' minds.
Yeah. Well, it falls under that portion of where it's like you gotta pay attention to what your kids are doing.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
You can't just let them sit on YouTube, or even like you gotta watch what your kids are watching, right? Like this looks like kid friendly stuff at a glance.
Yeah,
the thumbnail looks kind of kid friendly. Well, not even necessarily. This one girl's like cutting off her tongue, but
yeah.
But I mean, for the most point, if you glanced at it, you probably wouldn't think of anything. But if you actually sat down and watched it, you would notice like it's some pretty messed up stuff here. Mm-hmm. So again, you gotta pay attention to what your kids are doing.
I mean, so luckily you guys don't have to worry about that because you don't have any kids.
Yeah.
But I do.
Yeah.
And I hopefully he doesn't watch. I don't think he does, so he doesn't watch anything like that.
Right. Well, I mean, I thought this kind of thing was buried a long time ago. I didn't realize it was still kind of happening or around. Or I guess there's like they have a Spanish channel now, or maybe they were.
Oh, they got a Spanish channel too?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, a friend of the show, Richard, sent me a screenshot yesterday about it. Mm-hmm. But I wasn't for sure because it was all in Spanish, so I wasn't for sure if it was like, maybe a Spanish section.
So you heard of this too, right?
Oh yeah, like I've known of this, yeah.
Oh, okay. See, I like I said, I just saw it in passing and I just passed it up. I was like, okay, I can go away from this.
As you should, as anybody should.
Elsa Gate.
Well, I mean,
God, man.
the channel's not called Elsa Gate. That's what everyone called it when they started like looking at it, I suppose.
Was that Joe Rogan talking about it too?
Yeah.
So
everybody talked about this at one time. I don't think this is the page, but yeah, man, it's just, pay attention to what people are watching.
You have to.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah.
That's some sick stuff, man.
Yeah.
That is some sick stuff.
PSA, it didn't go away. I really thought it was just gone.
And it's crazy, like shows like that can get away with what they can get away with, but you trying to put out your own channel and you say one bad word, you're instantly relegated to, in trouble.
Have you seen Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared?
No.
So Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. I don't think it's on the same level as like what the Elsa Gate stuff is, but it's definitely like a kid would watch this and think it's a kid friendly thing. But it's like these three like Muppet looking characters, and then the video would be a song or whatever they do. But like as the video goes, it gets more and more twisted. And I think it was like a series of like 10 or 12 videos or whatever that got put out over years.
Like, what's going on right there? Like, they in the tub. Like, what's going on right there? Yeah, man.
I mean, they're not. Yeah, it's.
So this is like rated R material, basically.
A little bit. It's not like there's. I don't think there's swearing. I don't remember if there's swearing, but there's definitely some weird stuff that happens. It's like freaky stuff, and I think the difference is like this doesn't. It's not geared to kids like the Elsa Gate stuff is, because the Elsa Gate is overly geared to kids.
Yeah.
But this, it's just a video and it's kind of like a skit. But I can see how a child would stumble upon this, or even a parent would probably put it on.
Well, right? It depends how strong the algorithm is.
Yeah, that's true.
The algorithm is stronger for Elsa than it is for Don't Hug Me.
Or, have you seen Salad Fingers?
No. Salad Fingers.
Yeah, this guy.
No, I've never seen that either.
He like lives in a post-apocalyptic like wasteland kind of thing. He's like some weird dude. He lives by himself. He's like been a radiator or whatever. This is a cartoon that's also gone on for a little while, and I think they recently started new ones. But it's not content for children.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, you can tell.
But an unsuspecting parent would probably look at this and be like, "Oh, cartoon. Here you go. Charlie the Unicorn. Charlie the Unicorn's another one." You would think this is like a kid's cartoon. But it's kind of not.
So how do you know about some of these?
Because I watched some of these in high school.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, there were funny series, like because they're high school age like stuff.
Oh, okay.
Or the llamas in hats. Like one of the llamas keeps killing people, and the other llama's like, "Carl, you can't do that, Carl." It's a funny thing.
It's like a show that probably come on like Adult Swim.
Yeah, like it's Adult Swim style jokes. However, you could also misconstrue that for children's content. Yeah. And so it's weird because like there's levels to it. Mm-hmm. Like Elsa Gate is just on a creepier level versus this stuff, which is something you would probably see on an Adult Swim channel, right? Salad Fingers, the Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared stuff is very Adult Swim oriented content, but it's also not meant for children. So where I'm going for this is, again, just you got to pay attention to what kids are watching. If you have kids in your life, in your household or whatever, it's kind of part of your duty to, check in on what they're doing. Well, just pay attention.
Don't they have that parental thing on there on YouTube?
I mean, they do. So if that's set up, you should be good. Yeah. I don't know, how good it is or how inaccurate or accurate it is. I mean, Joel doesn't let his kid watch YouTube. Yeah. Unless Joel controls what he watches. Joel has like a PBS Kids app on his phone, and that's what his son plays, right? He gives him the PBS Kids app, and I assume it's probably got stuff to watch too. But there's like little educational games and whatnot, and so that's the appropriate way to do it. But there's so many parents who do like the TikTok, or like here watch TikTok, or here watch this, or here watch that, which is probably why Elsa Gate's gone down in the past few years, because not many people watch YouTube the same way that they used to. It's TikTok and Facebook Reels or Instagram Reels.
Especially the TikTok.
And I don't really know if the Elsa Gate stuff is doing the Reels like that, right? Especially after they were kind of exposed a couple of years ago. They probably want to kind of stay off in the out of the limelight for a while.
And here we are bringing it back up again.
Yeah, James, you wanted to talk about this.
Don't blame me. Blame Richard. It's like Richard the one gave it. He the one sent this to me. But no, I actually did tell him to send me this, so we talk about it for a little bit.
Oh,
I thought that would be cool. Talk about it for a Monday pod.
yeah. I mean, hey, it's fine with me.
Yeah,
But just know, you did.
I did this.
On the go or on the run with Jacob and James.
We're gonna move on to another consequence of your actions. Your boy Corey Harris.
This has been the most
You
stupidest.
wanted to talk about last week.
This has been the dumbest saga. Because this is supposed to be a story that you forget and go on with your life. But this is a story that took on a life of his own.
Yeah, it did.
You have to admit that. This is a story that took on a life
You
of
were
his
so
own.
upset about the people apologizing.
And then to turn around, this man still making
No
mistakes.
apology owed.
No apology owed. No apology owed.
So the update, and we're kind of late on this because I believe we recorded the last Monday episode, and then immediately like the next 2 days afterwards, the news came out. But this guy, who originally was on a Zoom call with his court for a suspended license while driving, he was on the Zoom call. They were like, "Oh no, go to jail!" Right?
Yep.
They're like, "You're stupid." We all laughed at him because it was funny.
Mm-hmm.
And then turns out he was never in trouble for he never had his license taken away, and therefore he wasn't supposed to go to jail. Right? It was a misjudged by the judge. I
It's
suppose
supposed to be over
right?
child support.
So then all the influencers who covered it, according to James, came out and apologized, and they made a big stink about it, and then we made a big stink about people apologizing on it. Turns out nobody owed this man an apology because he never had a license to begin with.
Never had a license to begin with. Never had a license to begin with.
When I saw that, I was like, "Oh man, James."
Oh, you already knew. When I saw this, I was like, "Oh, Jacob, it's coming. It's coming in fast, baby."
I was like, "You were so mad."
And this is in Michigan. Because in Michigan, you don't have to have a license, allegedly.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, you can drive off of Texas ID.
Oh, damn.
So I guess that's what he thought. And what happened was he showed up back to the court, and he has the most dumbest looking face I've ever seen in my life. It's just a punchable face.
You're right.
It's just a punchable. He's like a mouth breather.
Did you see the shirt he was wearing?
Yeah.
On the back, it had
Fingers
the
crossed.
fingers crossed.
This guy.
People were like, "I don't know if this man is the dumbest man or the smartest man."
This has been a great saga, though. You have to admit, it's been a great story.
I mean, it's kind of funny. Like, what I truly think it is this is a good representation of the hyper reactive like society that we're now a part of, right?
True.
Everyone is so hyper reactive to things because now when a news story breaks out, everyone's gonna jump up and they got to make their videos and they got to make their podcast episodes and they got to do all the things and they got to keep current and keep on the topic. And then we all look like fools when it turns out like, oh, he was innocent, and then everyone's got to come out and apologize because for whatever integrity. And then it turns out no apology owed because the man didn't have a license in the first place.
And yeah.
And so now everyone is like, well, we feel stupid. It's like, well, yeah, because you jumped at the bit to cover this thing so quickly. And
it's just so stupid. Man.
Yeah.
And the judge looks like, I just want this case to be thrown away. I'm just ready for this case to go away.
Just get it out of here.
He had this stupid shirt on. Did you see the judge? He had like a red shirt on. I was like, what the hell is that underneath that? I was like, what's going on there? And I'm just like, man, this is just horrible. Now, you want to end this on a good note?
Yes.
So the good note is he's finally getting his learner's permit.
Oh, isn't that great?
Until he messes up again. How much you want to bet this is not the last time we heard from Corey Davis?
Oh, probably not. I mean, like I said, this man's got like a podcast or something coming. He's going to be
know
on
it is.
some interview.
You know he's gonna interview. You know he's gonna talk about this whole.
He's going to be on the
situation.
Shannon Sharp show.
Oh, this would be great. No, you know what? This is a Joe Rogan. This is Joe Rogan all. This got Joe Rogan written all over it. Maybe not like a 2-hour show, but it's definitely got him written all over for sure.
Oh yeah, probably. Yeah, maybe so. I don't know. He's going to be on somebody's show though.
You know he is.
He's also got a walker. You see this man? He's limping around.
But that's the
he's got
picture
a
he had.
boot.
Yeah, he's happy. He's happy because he got a learner's permit. So the story ends on a happy note, Jacob. He's happy. Look at that dance, man. That's a dance of a happy man. They got a learner's permit now.
Limping around.
God, man. Corey Davis. Corey Davis might be the story of the year.
I don't think so.
I don't think
Harris,
so.
Corey Harris.
I'm sorry, Corey Harris. I don't think he. I feel just like the judge. I just want this case to go away. If I ever see Corey Harris ever in this court again, I'm going to
straight to jail.
You're just going straight to jail.
Life in prison.
He might throw the gavel at him. He might just throw the gavel at his head.
Moral of the story is, kids, wait till all the facts come out before you make your YouTube channel, your YouTube video, and your podcast episode.
Moral of the story for kids. How about the moral of the story to Corey Harris?
Look, the kids are the audience.
The moral of the story is take care of your business.
Yeah, take care of your business.
You're a grown man. Take care of your business.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah. And just,
oh my goodness. Lord have mercy.
Wait for all the details to come out.
That too.
You can't.
Lord have mercy. All right, so what's next? I heard we getting sued by Denny. So what's going on?
Oh yeah, okay. So we got an email from the PR team at Denny's. James.
Oh man.
Apparently someone had sent them our episode. So let me read you this email. Hi, my name is Jonathan Doe with Denny's PR team. We here at Denny's recently received disturbing news that you have been spreading lies and false information about our good and wholesome company. We disclosed a recording that we hope you will find informative. It tells of Denny's humble beginnings and patriotic origins. We here at Denny's are sorry to hear about your bad experience and would love to have you come back so we can show you the good that is in our hearts. We wish you all the best and hope you have a lovely day in the good old US of A. Now, James, they sent me a vinyl record with some propaganda on it.
A vinyl record?
A vinyl record that I had to convert into an MP3 just to be able to play it on the show.
Oh, man, it's going to be pretty bad.
Oh, just you wait. So I'm going to play this for you, and then we can talk about Denny's little ploy to get us back on their side.
Hi, hola, buenos dias, bonjour, and a good old cowboy howdy. My name is Dick Righteous, and I'm here to take you on the wonderful journey to learn about the rich, illustrious business Denny's. Denny's started where all great origin stories start, in World War II. You see, evil and dastardly man, Hitler, was waging war all across Europe, and our brave boys and girls were out there fighting the good battle. But they were fighting another battle, hunger. And that's where Harold Butler and Richard Gizak came in. These two men brought great meals to our boys and girls, feeding not only their minds, but their bodies also, with delicious breakfasts like bacon and eggs with hash brown and a biscuit, with a side of gravy, as every American loves his biscuit. They also did lunch and dinner, serving up warm and delicious meals like a hamburger with fries, or a hot dog with a side of beans. Sounds good to me. These meals nourished the souls of those men and women and reminded them of home and what they were fighting for, freedom. After the war and crushing evil Hitler's horde, these two men would go to open up their first restaurant in 1954 in California, US of A, of course, and would go on to continue serving our wonderful country to this day by serving you a great meal. What about the competition, you say? You're probably talking about IHOP. IHOP doesn't have as wonderful and great a story as our wonderful Denny's. Their story is shrouded in mystery, deception, and evil. While our two great men and founders were fighting Hitler, the founder of IHOP was serving him. The founder of IHOP was Klaus Das Killerman. Klaus was Hitler's #1 chef. He not only fed Hitler himself, but all the SS soldiers. He didn't use wholesome American ingredients. No, he used evil Nazi ingredients like sugar and hate and racism. I know, folks, pretty terrifying stuff. And after the war, Klaus changed his name, and he came to America under Operation Paperclip, an operation designed to bring good Nazis and helpful Nazis to America to help with our NASA programs against the evil commie Russians. Klaus would change his name and open up a dastardly restaurant called IHOP under false pretenses. Klaus was notorious for loving obese people, and the name IHOP even stands for that love. You probably think it stands for International House of Pancakes, and you would be wrong. It stands for International House of Obese People. We are on to you, Klaus Killerman. Denny's won't fall for your dastardly tricks, but Denny's is still doing good to this day and continues to fight the fight for freedom. How, you might ask? With our 17,000 locations, we daily make sure that we use humane, good, and nutritious sources of food. We work with the Humane Society to make sure all our eggs and bacon come from chickens and pigs who roam free in the fields, not caged up. And that's why our food is so delicious. It's the freedom these animals have before we humanely kill them that makes our food just so darn good. So remember, every bite, every delicious meal you have at Denny's is brought to you through freedom, justice, and the good old American way. Unlike other people who choose lies, deception, and evil, not to mention lots of sugar, we here at Denny's hope that this vinyl record has been very informative to you and has taught you the rich and wonderful history of Denny's and their competitors. If you would like to know more about how Waffle House is run by a bunch of limp-wristed commies, flip the vinyl record over to side B. And thank you for listening. This message was brought to you by Denny's Propaganda. Denny's Propaganda is not responsible for any false views of history you may have.
Okay, so first of all, I learned absolutely nothing from this this vinyl record.
No,
Two,
you didn't learn anything? That was very informative.
other than the International House of Fat People. I thought that was creative.
Obese people.
Oh, sorry, obese people. That was creative. Dennis can still go suck it.
That didn't convince you?
That didn't convince me anything. If anything, I'm ready to go to court and meet the judge that Corey Harris got.
Oh,
We go to meet up with Denny's. Oh man,
you would think they would update their propaganda after however many years.
yeah. Well, it's going.
Like,
You know what? I bet you their food probably tasted good back then.
you know what? I agree. I think the diner aesthetic.
I don't know what year they were established, but I'm pretty sure it tasted a whole lot better. I'm pretty sure it didn't have salads either back then too.
Oh, you know, you're right. It was just good old American sausage and bacon.
Yep, there
The
was
good
no
old
Cobb
boys
salads.
back in World War II.
God, man.
Oh man, Denny's.
Still hate you, Denny's. Still hate you. Well,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't speak for Jacob.
That didn't win you over.
No.
You're gonna side with Klaus Das Killerman.
Yeah.
What an unfortunate German name. Like,
That's
can
a
you
horrible
imagine
German
having that name? Like,
Yes.
yeah, my name's Killerman.
Killer. I actually like that part. Killer man. But yeah, that's just oof. Yes, that sounds pretty tough, man.
So no apologies to Denny's.
Mm-mm.
All right, well, Denny's, you did not sway us one bit.
It's okay.
You know, we did the top 10 things we don't like about you, and
That old long-winded documentary
you're
that you just gave us.
long-winded documentary on the vinyl record. How inconvenient! Like, why are you still sending out vinyl records, Denny's? I mean, I know like vinyl's like back in its prime, but come on,
No one has vinyl records.
you know all the crap I had to go through just to convert that into an MP3.
I don't know. That was tough.
I had to buy like a special vinyl like recorder and plug it into my vinyl. Luckily, I had a vinyl record player. Otherwise, I just wave it around in the street asking for vinyl record players. You know.
Man, couldn't nothing, no money in the world made me go to Denny's.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry that didn't sway you. It didn't really sway me either. Maybe try harder, Denny's.
How about don't try at all?
Yeah,
Just
don't
go
try at all.
away.
Actually,
Just go away.
this should be the end of our Denny's battle.
Yeah, that's it.
But also, their PR guy has a suspicious name, Jonathan Doe.
Oh, of course. What you gonna call yourself, Jonathan Doe? What you gonna call your real name?
Yeah, why not?
Nah,
We want to know your real name, Denny's PR man. Tell us who
So you really expected to put his name on it, huh?
Yeah.
Put your name on it.
Yeah. Well, that's all I had today.
Yeah, that's definitely all I got.
That's all I had to show you today was just had to show you this propaganda I got in the mail.
That's really nowhere to go after that, Jacob. I've had fun doing this podcast, but that was by far the weirdest thing we did on here. I don't know where to go from here. This is just time to wrap it up.
This whole episode was weird. We started out with Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Then we went right into Elsa Gate.
Corey Harris, and Denny's.
Oh, man.
God, man.
Well, hey, if you want to send us your propaganda, you can email us at onthegopod.
Don't.
onthegopod2023@gmail.com. You can also find us on Instagram, on the go with Jacob and James. It's all one word. You can find me on Instagram at jacobdantone.audio, and you can find James on Instagram at
James9794.
You can also find us on YouTube. It's On The Go with Jacob and James, all one word, just like our Instagram, just like the name of our podcast. As always, we post episodes every Monday and Friday, twice a week. So twice a week, you can hear James and I talk to each other. Without further ado, I am on the go. James is on the go. We are all on the go.
If you enjoyed today's episode, please follow and share the podcast with your friends and family units. If by chance you disliked the episode, then please share the On The Go show with your most hated enemies. Thank you and enjoy your day.